Happy Monday, Sin City. This is Asia Jade here, and I am with Krista. How are you doing today, Krista?
Wonderful. Thanks so much for having me, Asia.
Thank you for coming down. Did you get your 8 quarters?
Had my 8 quarters. Not entirely sure how long it's going to take, but it's definitely 8 quarters worth.
All right, fantastic. So, Krista, welcome to the show again. I know that you are definitely, obviously, downtown a lot. You live there. Mm-hmm. So, can you explain the importance of the Downtown Project and just everything that's going on for entrepreneurial people in Las Vegas?
Sure. I think this is hands down for me, having lived here 10 years previously, and that was during the boom, so everyone had gobs of money, the rising tide certainly floated many boats. I find that really we have the perfect magic behind having a great entrepreneurial community here in the Las Vegas Valley right now. Between the Innovation Center and having the fastest internet, I think, in the world, for $150 a month, you can go and co-work there. Yeah, right? I mean, it's crazy. I'm so spoiled at the Innovation Center that then I go home and I'm like, wah, wah.
Right. You get like 2 bars and there you get like full service.
Yeah, and the difference is, for $150 a month, I have this amazing space and boardrooms and these amazing people around me. So I think that combined with really what downtown is offering in the level of education. The speakers I've been able to hear are just tremendously inspiring and have helped me to grow my business and help me to help other entrepreneurs grow their businesses just by being able to show up and sit there and listen to these amazing speakers. So the Downtown Speaker Series is certainly first and foremost. I've heard the CEO of Whole Foods share his story about social capitalism and social good. He was tremendously inspiring for me that, we can be profitable and also do good in the world. That was a great lesson. I think what Tech Cocktail is doing as far as getting the tech community really fired up, I think they're really helping to bring tech to Las Vegas and unify that community. And so I just find, frankly, the amount of places that you have where you have free fast Wi-Fi, affordable beverages and food, and you have all these people that randomly, every time I check in at the Gold Spike, it seems there's 15 of my friends on Facebook that all happen to be either coming there or leaving there or already there. And so the amount of last minute meetings and just serendipitous collisions that have happened for me
downtown. It's the hub.
Yeah, have really, really helped me to grow and to really feel like there's a tremendous change happening in Las Vegas.
That's awesome. Yeah, downtown seems to be the area where you just, you're just going there to hang out, but then you see someone and you're like, man, we really need to talk. And then you sit down and an hour later you guys are sitting down at the beat.
Yeah, and there's some amazing family events. The challenge really becomes, as I see it, and maybe it's because I'm a mom and, I'm not fresh out of college, so, like some of my neighbors are. For me, the challenge becomes about getting those entrepreneurs who are young and who are looking at getting married and having families,
right.
Getting a climate there where they're going to be staying, because that's really where that change happens. Yes, it's about all of us making that change, but frankly, it's really about my 4 and 5-year-old who are probably going to think up the next Google, or at least mommy can hope,
right?
And inspiring those children to grow up with that entrepreneurial mindset and continue on that legacy for generations.
That's awesome. Speaking of the younger generation, which I am a part of, how do you incorporate social media in all that you do? How do you put it out there and grab the attention of those kids who just graduated from college?
I think that I have an advantage in social media just because I came from a small town.
Right.
So in a small town, of course, we have the social media, which is our neighbors.
Right.
And talking about each other.
And the local bars.
Yeah. and in all honesty, I did meet my husband on MySpace. It was a long story, but yes, I have been a social media user since back in the day, before Facebook, and so I've been very social media focused since, of course, I met my husband that way, and so I've been a part of a lot of different groups, and I find I use social media in really everything that I do. The primary social media that I love is Facebook, just because it's kind of this crazy combination of friends that are Republican and super conservative and gun-toting, gun rights, and then my crazy Buddhist practicing world peace
yoga
types
doing,
living in Hollywood. Sure, they're going to become the next Angelina Jolie.
Right.
So it's this amazing kind of melting pot of all the people that I've had pass through my life. So I love Facebook for that. I love Facebook for businesses because it's kind of that sub website where you can really engage with a brand.
Oh yeah.
Love Instagram because I'm a movie junkie. movie. So especially now that they've added that, I
Oh,
love the movie
I'm
aspect.
obsessed.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That little snapshot into people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
And just how they live. I love seeing how other people live, and the different things that are in their world. I love Twitter because it's a quick way to engage with people, and it's what's going on right now. And I think Twitter for news and with public events, I love being able to have the people be your reporter.
Right.
I loved with the Asiana flight where I actually had some social media friends that were some of the first few people off that plane.
Oh, my goodness.
And were posting photos
Of
of
the
what was
plane.
actually going on before it ever got to CNN. And a lot of people on Twitter said, well, that's wrong. That just shows poor journalism on CNN. I don't think that shows poor journalism, period. I think that's fantastic. What we want is news from the people, by the people,
Now.
for the people.
We want it right now when it happens.
Yes. And it was amazing to me to be able to see that actually happening live. I thought it was frankly to the credit of just society in general that we were able to all engage with a particular social media network and get that news firsthand and find out what was happening and find out that there were survivors and,
Right.
find out what that was like on the ground and get updates that people were okay. That to me is the power of social media and really being able to truly engage with people in the times of need.
Awesome. Any last shout outs?
No, thank you for having me.
Thank
Love
you
the
for
social media
coming.
show here in Vegas.
Woo!
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
Asia.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome.